Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Satisfactory with Pancake the Paladin. Last time we did a lot of Fixmas stuff, and I did a lot of work, quote unquote, offline, and brought in all of the materials around the mega base that I want to bring in, including more coal, all of the iron and Caterium. This looks really cool. I hadn't looked at this really until right now as much, but like, I think I said it last time, but they're like veins coming in, which like they're called like iron veins and copper veins, whatever. But that looks really cool. It's like veins coming in to pump blood into the base. That's neat. I like it a lot. What we didn't do is we didn't update this. We can update, bring in Caterium to green. We can update, bring in iron to green. Select. Thank you. And then limestone, I'm going to put, I don't know. I have a red. I'm going to put it at blue because like we have what we need. Just from the overflow from the aluminum. Let's come over here and double check at how much we're making. Because the goal is to make like 300 a minute, right? Oh, what are you stuck? You short on limestone? Interesting. We have enough limestone, he says with confidence. I'm not that worried about it, if we're being honest. If I really need to, I can go find where that one's coming from and overclock it a little bit. But let's see. 96, and then these are all fully overclocked. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're already making 1,000 concrete, over 1,000 concrete a minute, give or take. So I don't feel like we need to bring in more limestone. So we made that one blue. But we also set our blueprint. Wait. I did make the blueprint offline. Also, I said it at the end of last episode. I'll say it at the beginning of this episode. We're now after Christmas. I hope you had a good holiday. If you celebrate. If you don't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate something else, I hope you had a good holiday for that too. Or if you don't celebrate any of it and you just, are in the US or North America and or whatever, and you just got to be off work, I hope you enjoyed that too. I hope you just had a good time. So here we have our blueprint. And I did the math, and it's going to be 12 of these will cover everything we need for over there. And I have a plan for what I'm going to do. Because I realized the input for all of these is 775 a minute. Let's do that again to make sure. So we have, let's see, we have parentheses, 75 by 4 plus parenthesis, and this one was 87.5 by 2. 475. Wait. Oh, and then did I do my math wrong? I might have done my math wrong, and so now all this is off. Uh-oh. Oh, SpaghettiOs. It's 87.5 or in. I have 2 of those, and these are 75 a minute in, and I have 4 of those. I did my math wrong. It's 950 a minute, not 775 a minute for 2 of these. Oh, wait, so if it's 950 a minute, and so what is 4620 divided by that? I need 5 of these? That feels incorrect. But only need 5 of these for my output. Interesting. I feel like there's no way that's right. The math should check out. So does one of these is 475. We have, bless you, child standing next to me. Yes, 75, 75, 75, 75, which is 300. And we have 87 and a half is 475 in. And 475 by 2 is 950. Interesting. I did my math wrong. So we only need 5 of these to get our 4620? That feels way incorrect. Maybe I don't need to overclock these so much for what I had plans for. Okay, that changes maybe everything? What's 950? What's 780 divided by 2 is 390? Okay, so hold on. 87.5 by 2. Oh my gosh. 5 by 2 is 175. Let's leave these at 175. And then we go 390 minus 175 is 215. And divided by 4 is 53.75. Interesting. Okay. So if I do that, that's 53.75. So now if I go parenthesis 53.75 times 4, again, making sure I'm doing all this correctly, plus, what was this? 87 and a half. I love math. That's 390. 780. Okay. Okay. Now I can do 2 of these for 1 Mark V belt. So I would need 10. No. I would need 780 more parenthesis 4620 divided by, so then we need 6 of these. Because in my mind, actually, let's go over there. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Save, yes. Clear. Also, don't mind that I have tickets. I didn't go buy radio control units so I could do something else. I made a little parking area for my Explorer because I've been using this a lot to drive around the desert, and I thought, you know, I could drive it. I could have a little spot for it here, and I made a fun little shelf here that shows the different fuel, even though this is literally the only packaged turbo fuel we have. But then we have a thing of liquid biofuel. Go ahead and take another all of it. Let's put in 2 more into there, and then this actually has, if you come back here, a crafting bench on it. Now we can have fuel with us if we need it. But not only will that fit there, I can now drive this out on the base. So that way I'm not constantly just only like flying and relying on the power to get me places. Now we're down here. Whoa, we can do like an e-brake thing, which is fun. So now we have all this iron coming in. This is 780. These are all 720. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this, yeah, there's the 6. So my thought would be I would do, each of these would have their own set of 2 or 1. Wait. Each of these would have their own, yeah, set of 2 that they would feed to. And then this one would kind of work as an assist to, like, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's 60 by 5? 300? Ooh, it's not quite going to get there, is it? Yeah, it's not quite going to get there. Let's see, 4620. What was this number here again? 780. Okay. So if we do 6 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe we just, this is what, 4620. Lots of math to start this episode out. It's 5.92. So we honestly might just take the smelters off of the end of one of them. This is minus parenthesis 53.75 by 2. So let's see. I have an extra parenthesis, which is mad. What is this number, though? 5.923007. And by 7.8. Nope. That's that's wrong. I'm dumb. Obviously, it's going to be 780. There's math here. What am I trying to figure out? How many I'm missing? 0.923077. So this times 0.923077. Oh, it'll just be a one of these, which is basically a 720. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one can feed 4 of them, and then this one would get its own, and we can just block it custom to where it would just be the 720. Okay. And so then this 720, I think we're going to take all of the iron output from one of those and combine it with a bunch of coal, because we have that. Nope. We have the solid steel ingot. So we'll have to see how many output we have for one that's 720. We'll probably need a bunch of foundries for that. Okay. Next on the agenda, we need to go get water from that water thingy. Whoa, we talked about. Driving on the trains messes with this thing. We need to go get water from that water thingy guy, which is why I may or may not have spent tickets on some radio control units, because we're not automating those yet. We will. We're going to automate everything in this base. Oh, I did also get a few more alt recipes for things that we'll use in the base. Like, we'll be using the, I think it's like called OC supercomputer, which is, instead of all of the everything that goes into a supercomputer, it's just a radio control unit and a cooling system. Here's the water. Now I want to look at that really quick. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still a lot of stuff, but it's a little, I don't know, it feels less to me. Plus, it makes more a minute. It makes 3 a minute instead of 1 a minute. And so we'll try to make 6 of these a minute. So that'll be good. And then we can run the supercomputers back to the base for the space elevator. I should have run power over here. I'm not taking the Explorer to run power. Nope, I'm already committed. There's also quartz over here, because we will need to bring in quartz as well, because I realize I'm not making crystal oscillators anywhere yet. Here we go. Crystal oscillators are a mug, which is the nice way of saying MFer. I don't know if it's a nice way, but it's the way I say it to not be as sweary. Okay, yes, there's 2 quartz right here. I don't know what rarity they are. Normal and normal. That's not bad. That's overclocked. That's 600. We can do a lot with 600 quartz. Okay, so then we have production. We have our first resource well pressurizer. Bang. So in order to make your resource well pressurizer, you first have to place it down, and then you have these little well extractors. Oh, wow. Hey, more quartz, I guess. Where did you find more quartz? Oh, you went so far out for those. Wow, those are the next closest ones, huh? That's crazy. That's really far away. We have to turn it on, I guess, before we can place our extractor, because now it'll go make it like a little slammy. Maybe. Probably. It's a cool machine. There we go. And now it brings up water out of those. Now you put your extractors on the ends of each of these. And then you attach pipes and you run whatever is in here to your base. You can get water. You can get... What else is the other thing called? You can get nitrogen gas. You can get water, nitrogen gas, and then you can get crude oil from these as well. And now we can overclock this bad boy to give us 1,500 a minute. That ain't bad. Which means we'll need our... I think we have a blueprint for pipes, right? A 3x1 pipe? Yes, but the real question is, are you Mark 1s or Mark 2s? You are Mark 1s. Did I make another one for Mark 2? No, I didn't. Which means we get to make a blueprint really quick. And this one, I think I've talked about it before, but depending on where you made your blueprint, will decide what kind of blueprint thing you can use. Like this is the blueprint Mark 1, and you need to have a blueprint Mark 1 to do anything, to like edit any sort of blueprint you've made. In that, I'm not saying this correctly. It requires the same blueprint designer edit that you made it in, is what I'm trying to say here. So if you made something in a blueprint Mark 1 machine, you cannot edit it in the Mark 2 or the Mark 3. So that can be kind of a pain whenever we have something like I made in a Mark 1 and I want to edit it in a Mark 2. It can be a little bit of a pain, but I kind of understand why they do it that way. This is the Mark 2. So now we clear and get rid of this. Now we can run these. So the next thing we need to do is we need to pull in 600 a minute. So this is 120. This is 120. 75. That's 315. Let's see. 120, 120. You know what we could do also, it could be fun. These are all facing the same way. And to make it look fun... Oh no, why are you doing this? There we go. Have them all kind of come out to the same point. Like so. Normally I just like kind of willy-nilly throw down what are they called? Junctions. You know, do that here. I just kind of willy-nilly throw down junctions to place them close to one another and then run the pipes out that way. But this is a fun, different way to do it. And I don't do things different a lot. But as we've talked about, that's the kind of the goal for this one, is to do things a little differently than we have been. Back you up. You're kind of, actually, I'm not going to need... You know, I'm going to go ahead and dismantle this. And I'll place it back in its parking spot. So anyway, over here, we had... This one's 300. Am I dumb? I thought that said 120 before. 300, 300. It might have, but it's... Oh, it's just now reading that it's all the way overclocked. So then these two can join... Curve mode. Here's a 600 pipe. Then we have another 75, 300, 150, 300. So this one's 300, and this one's 300. Those go together. And then the rest of these, so then this one is, yeah, 75, 150, and then this one should also be 75 then. That give us our even 1500. Oh, also, while we're here, I found a Mercer sphere down in here. And like, there's just things in this game. Where are we? I came down here and I was like, oh, there's a slug here, but I got a Mercer sphere and I saw I could blow this up. And I came down here and I looked in here and it was just like, there's just some stuff in this game that's just so cool and pretty. There's this nice underground cave with the vines. I don't know. I thought it was super cool and pretty and I wanted to share it with you, my friends. Also, while we're here, while it's on my mind, before I forget, because ADHD, we have enough spheres to get the final upgrade for upload speed. SAM fluctuators. Alien technology. I need another one. Another 100. Final upload speed, baby. Full 240 a minute.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Every particle now has encoded potential reconstruction memory for when any part using that particle is recalled, enabling instancing on the fundamental particle level.
You group shifted the body chord flow cycle song of the 6th layer. Harmonious.
Harmonious.
Your cycle songs will only deepen the layers.
I'm always working on myself. The time will come.
This come to here. I'm glad Ada's always working on herself. It's important to work on oneself. There we go. And so then we come out here and make our new blueprint. Our 3x1 Mark II. This still isn't the prettiest thing that's ever happened, but it's kind of fun looking with the curves. And now, because of the awesomeness that is. I really like the way that looks. That's very satisfying with the, I like the way that looks a lot. Now we come here, auto connect. Now we'll run this back to the base somehow. How do I want to do that? I probably need to put some pumps on this at some point as well. I think. I imagine. Go. Put this down here. Do you need pumps? I think you probably need pumps for right here. If I had to guess. We'll put some pumps. Put some Mark 1 pumps. Pump. This way. 1, 2, and 3. That should be plenty of pumpage to get you there. Also, this will be 1,500. But I think I'm going to need 2,400. I think I needed 200 per minute for iron. For my iron. I need 200 water a minute. No. I can maybe need 1,200. I'm doing 6. Oh, and it's 200 a minute. Anyway, this is going to be all the water we need to make iron. With an extra 500. Just to... No, an extra 300. Just to have and to hold, I guess. Ooh, could I run this along the bottom here? Do some wall supports. Did I just make 2 of those? I did. That's weird. And then I do horizontal to vertical. Does that clip through everything? It sure does. What if I do it from this way? And we'll definitely need some pumps there as well. Well, we might not actually. Since this is around the same height, as long as it comes down. Now what I don't think I can do, I don't know if I can blueprint pipes that way. That's fine. I can run it down manually. Okay. I've recorded a little bit of this already. And then my whole computer crashed, which is terrifying. But here we go. What we were discussing before. You don't know what we were discussing because you weren't here. I mean, you were here. The intent was for you to be here, and then my computer crashed. But we're ready to output our 6 lines. We can run this over here so I have power to keep flying. To output our 6 lines. Oh no, why is this here? Should be here. That's fine. Anyway, output our 6 lines of iron for our mega base. One thing, what I was discussing before I was so rudely interrupted by my computer crashing, was I need to put some room in between the 2 lines because they are ready to input 780 iron ingots, or no, iron ore per minute. What they're not ready to do is the output. Because the output, while the smelters are outputting 1-to-1, the refineries are not. And what we're doing is we're ending up with 10,000, 1,080, oh no, ingots per minute coming out, which is more than one of these belts can handle. So I think what we're going to have to do is put a smart splitter in between that just takes any overflow out and iron ingots that way. And the overflow, I think we'll end up combining the overflow for 3 of the machines, or 3 of the things. Because if we have 1,080 times 6, that's an extra 6,480 ingots per minute. That's not right. It's an extra 300 per. Because I can do them as a max of 780 ingots. That's an extra 1,800 ingots. And so if I divide that by 3, that's a nice even 600, which of Mark V can take. So that's what we're going to do there. The next piece we need to get is we have the water. I did run the water up underneath. And I actually want to move this to here just so this one's not in the way. The next thing we're going to need to do is this 240 a minute coming in is going to be feeding these first 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So they do have a good full even 780 because it's 60 to add 60 to all 4 of these. And then this last 720, those iron ingots are going to be specific for making our steel ingots with our alt recipe. So now what we need to do is place this 5 more times and work on where the storage is going to be. Oh, and we need to run the water too, I suppose. Lots to do with this. Lots to do. I think we're going to be good. I need to put at least some room in between. Actually, maybe I don't. I can put them as close as I can, like so. And then our overflow can actually run underneath. There's an idea. You can come to here. And then we're going to need to have a spot out here. Oopsie doodle. Out here somewhere for our ingots to go as well. I think, what is our output going to be? But when my computer crashed, I lost everything I had pulled up. But it's going to be a nice number, I do believe. Let's do that. And then, we should do also is have a merger. We have to stagger these mergers so they don't flip, I think. This will run this way. This will run. That's temporary. Of course. Of course. This way. This will run this way. And this will run this way. And then we'll stagger. Right? Because, yeah, they'd clip otherwise. We have 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, why must you? Things, why must things be things? There, and... Okay, fine. With your darn corner. There. Oh, this is gonna clip either way, huh? I don't want clipping. So maybe instead I do the merger at the corners. So then a merger like here. Are you lined up with that? Then here and then here. Then I have the merger here. Now I need to put this far enough up that it won't flip, which is there, but then that's not in line, you dirty rotten. And then go here and then up. So, and then here and then up like so. And then I put them all facing the wrong way because of course I did. I hope there was someone who was out there watching that being like, bro, wrong way. And then I looked away for 1 second and things got off kilter there. Here, then here. This way. And then this way. And then that way. Get rid of these conveyor poles I put out here. That clips. That one clips. This one doesn't. This one doesn't. And I actually want these to be Mark 1s. So I need to move that one up just a skosh more. Oh, and then that one coming out is going to be a bit of a pickle, isn't it? Yeah, then this one coming out. We can actually make that work, maybe. I've seen uglier things. So then how do we want to make this splitter look nice? Oh, I know. We go, there's only 240 coming in, so we can do a Mark 3. Put you in straight mode like so. Splitter. Yes. Maybe. Okay, don't put it on the, don't hold control. Then it works easier for you. There-ish. Bam. Mark 3 that to there. There. And then to there. So then that'll be split out as needed. Okay. Now we have those set up. Now we need to do this 4 more times, right? We have you taken care of and you taken care of. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4 more of these. Let's do it. We are all here. I went ahead and loaded up the above ground pipes, quote unquote, and then I dialed all of the smelters on this last line down to 46.25, so that will evenly take this 720 a minute that's coming in. The next thing that needs to happen is the water. And again, it's 50 water a minute times 4 times 6, 50 times 4, 200 times 6, 1200, which means that one of these lines that I put in can feed 3 of these. There's the water down there. I brought it up. to come in. And then, like I said, one of those. Oh, I need to go all the way down, huh? And run it all the way back. So one of those pipes is bringing in 600 water a minute, which can evenly divide amongst 3 of the lines that I've created. So it is reasonable to believe that this should be pretty easy to divide the water out, which I honestly didn't think was going to be the case, and am kind of glad to hear that it is. Oh man, we're gonna need to run this all the way. Okay, so maybe we also cut it in some piping. Whatever. One thing I know we have talked about is one way that I feel like kind of helps fix some of the fluid issues we'll see is by making a closed loop system for your pipes. And so that's what I've done here. This first pipe bringing in 600 will feed in these 12 machines that each take 200 to the full 600. It'll come to here. I will have a valve that makes sure the water only goes in here and not out. And then I'm also going to put some pumps here, here, and here to make sure it's pumping out and can go up everywhere. And it's all in a loop, so it feeds these 4 machines, then comes around. This pipe feeds these more machines and catches onto this round, and so on. Then the same thing happens on the other side. It's a nice little mirror. What we'll do is we'll come out as far as we're not going to come out as far as we can. We'll come to there with both of these. I hate when you do this to me. Thank you. And you will go to here and then to there. Start feeding those. You'll take the same turn on the same line to here. And then to there. So now it'll start feeding the water into our happy little closed loop systems. We'll place our valves here. And this is like, yeah. Oh no, look at the valve. Yeah, I don't have a limit, so I can go up to 600, which is fine. So that'll start feeding through there. And then I'll do the same here. I need a power line. I need a power line. Nope. I need a power line. Ah, that looks so pretty. What I can't do... I'm pretty sure I can't do a double-sided feller here, can I? Now, you know what we can do? We have power over there. We can run it across. As I said, now we'll put pumps to make sure, because yeah, you can already see it's struggling to not be able to go up. We'll just do a simple pump system here that I think will fix this problem, he says with absolute and complete confidence. Here, beautiful. I didn't know if that would read. And I'm doing Mark 1s because I think Mark 1s will work. No, this. Because it only does need to pump up. Like, it doesn't need to pump up much. And these give the full... These only give a 20... What is it? 25? 20 up? 20 meter head lift. Right there. But I think that'll be enough. You come to here. And I know I'm going to eventually enclose all this, but can you reach across so I don't have to worry about it? Oh, you can, just barely. And then you can connect in with that power line there. So now my pump should turn on, and then you can already see these already filling in completely. Awesome. That's filling in. Those are filling in. Excellent. Puppies. And we'll need our overflow. This also kind of worked out perfectly. We'll run up to this perfect little edge here. which was not something I expected. Hello, bauxite delivery train numero uno. Now we can put our... Oh, I didn't put my smart splitter on this one or on this one. We're slacking. Where is my floor hole? But I don't think I know yet. Oh, this is gonna have to... I'll have to move it. It's fine. I'll have to move these to make sure they're in the line, which is not the end of the world. And I just need... I mean, I'm gonna have to just call one box overflow box, or a couple of boxes overflow boxes. A couple, three. Oops. What was it? What did I decide? Yeah, one for each, or two. One for two. One for two for overflow boxes. So. You gonna connect like I want you to? No. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. Does that one work? Nope, it's off. They're all off. They weren't all off. I got one of them to connect like I wanted it to, so that's something. You have water? Beautiful. So now, the only thing left to do is turn it all on. And I think that then we're going to have to... Honestly, it might have to wait until next time we see each other to decide how we're going to do storage. I want to obviously turn everything on and make sure it looks hunky-dory. And I want to make sure I have my incoming power poles also looking hunky-dory. You will come over to here. And is there a line all the way down that I can be on? Actually right here. Boom, baby. You guys aren't going. Why? Why aren't you going? What happened? Oh no, did I mess up the splitter? No. Oh, I didn't, I'm dumb. I am the dumb. There we go. And as usual, we're going to want everything to back up before we start working on our export or on our overflow and things anyway. It's not going to take a lot of time for these to start backing up though, because just like with the copper, these are outputting, I mean, a few hundred a minute. Each machine almost. I mean, especially the refineries for sure are outputting like 160 something a minute. Yeah, 162 and a half a minute. So that is definitely needed. All right. So we'll let this run and I will work on my own contemplations. See where our storage is going to go. So exciting. I am so excited anyway. Ah, it's beautiful. And these are already all good and backed up. I mean, heck, this one's probably already getting close to being full on all the ore everywhere. So let's see. Is there anyone I can give my extra iron ore to, or are you all full? You're all full. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 storage units, plus the overflow. So that overflow would then be 5, 6, and then 7, and then 8. And then we'll need to worry about the coal for the steel, which I think, depending on how many refineries we need, looks like a good spot right here. Just in the process of starting to say my outro when I remembered there is Fixmas to Fixmas. I think we are on, I think we might have 13, 14, and 15 at this point. It's been a couple of days. We did 13, so now is 14. I found 14 before. I remember finding 14 before and trying to click it, and it was like, no, not yet. And now I've lost it. We've done 13. It's already lit up. Where? Did I have this much trouble the other time? I don't even remember. I remember it being hidden somewhere.
This data cartridge enables the last branches of the Fixmas Mantry to be unlocked,
Cool.
which means we will both be celebrating the end of this event soon.
It's just so funny to me how much she dislikes it. Ooh. These are the stun rebars. Okay. And I can't do 16 yet, can I? No, 16 is tomorrow for me. Stun rebar. These are the ones that... Pop. Boom, yeah. Oops, here we go. Electrocute the target on impact, stunning for a short time. Nice. I'll put these away to have them just in cases. And go back to our explosive. In order to change your ammo type, hold R. I don't know if I've ever said that out loud before, but just something to keep in mind. I have any adventure processing to pick up now? No. Okay. Let's check the MAM for what is next for Fixmas. This is left, so I've got to go get... Man, with our late edition of those ornament bundles, I hope we have enough. We should. Let's go find out. We have plenty. Why were we ever worried? I think it was 400? Maybe? 400 of those, and then some of these. Don't remember exactly how many much. But now we should be able to upgrade here and see what the tree is going to look like. Bada boom.
The tree is prettier now, you have more parts to progress the Fixmas event, and there are 2 new unlocks available.
Excellent.
Now for the actually important news.
Oh?
Pioneer 83CKY has disabled the Fixmas event because, quote, it's totally non-inclusive and immoral, actually.
Is it?
I mean, like, there's so many people, like, not having fun right now, and I feel like so bad for them, you know?
You know?
Why should I have fun when other people are, like, counting on me to meet these super important deadlines? It's just not right, unquote. Totally agree. Now, back to work.
You're so funny. You're so funny, Ada. Okay, so now we do... I need to make wreaths. To make these more wreaths. And that'll allow me to make stars. So I have to make these. Okay. Then that I should already be able to unlock. So that was... Oh, wait, can I? Yeah. I have my to-do list I can make. That I accidentally disabled that one time. There's that. These are my ornaments. Give me 500 of these. Excellent. And then 500 of these. To unlock the snowball. Which I think is like a thing you can just throw. I don't remember. Let's find out. It says snow fight, so like you'd think.
These snowballs are made from actual snow, combined with a
Quote,
mystery
unquote, actual
ingredient
snow.
that is guaranteed to make snowballs very throwable, and your
Okay.
snowball fights extremely immersive and realistic. There are no low stakes with Fix-It.
That's true. Okay, now I don't want to do that. I want to go here. Parts all the way down. Snowballs come in a constructor just made out of snow. Nice. And then the wreath is these and these in an assembler. Okay, so I can have a constructor here. Why are you out? That is snowballs. That use 15 a minute. How many sloops? I know I got some more sloops. There we go. Add you to the power grid somewhere. How many are you making a minute? 20 minutes. So this is... Get out of here. Leaves. Well, then you two. So just to finish this off. And this will be, yeah, any. Perfect. Actually, it should go like this. Oh, well. Yeah, then it'll half and half the overflow. So it'll focus here first, which is fine. And make us 10 snowballs a minute. What are we going to do with them? I don't know. I guess I could have looked it up. What can I do with them? I think I just throw them. Let's find out. Pick up snowball. What do I do with it? Do I... Oh, wait. Is it... Hold on. Anyway... Ah, snowball. Oh. Oh, yeah. That was going to get rid of nature, huh? Ah! That was very loud. I apologize. That was awesome. Okay. Next. We need a constructor here. You over here. You to there. And it takes the wreath. It takes 6 of the bundles per minute. How many am I making? 10. Perfect. Oh, I could. For no reason, I could sloop these. We don't need to sloop them. We're gonna sloop them. Where is the power line? Here. I need to come over here also and deal with any overflow if and when we get it. We're making 20 a minute. Now we're making 20 a minute, and we only need 6. Then we also need the branches. Curve mode is correct mode. Outside stuff. Up. And then up. Even more. Why would you not? That's fine. Ew, that's not fine. Let's actually move this out to like here. Then can I have a correct curve shape? There. I know it's like the same, but just like, it's better. Okay? It's better. Level with me here. Sweet. Now, like I said, we need to do some stuff for overflow here, which I think is going to be pretty easy. These won't ever overflow, if I remember correctly, because we're making 10 of these a minute, and these take 10 a minute? Yeah, 5 and 5. We're making 10 a minute of each and feeding 10 a minute. So these are never going to overflow. This might overflow. And this might overflow as well. And I know these are going to overflow. So I need to get... Because this is just silly what we're doing here, but we're doing it. What we can do is run something under here. Up a little. Like I said, we're doing silly stuff. Let's see. And then we want to go with, oh, this is already a smart splitter, so this can be overflow. Perfect. Then come to here. You're gonna clip? No. Then give me a merger here. And then we also are gonna want this. Let's see, an input here. Ooh. Now this is pod racing. Let me tell you. This is insanity. So then overflow, let's see. Is this even going to be able to happen? Smart splitter. Here. Oh, this only has one input, right. Smart splitter. No. Let's see. That looks like it's going in there. That's funny. Let's change this then. Where we have a... We'll do the smart splitter first. Then we'll do the merger. There we go. This is overflow. This is any. You guys can go back here. And then we have another merger here. Is that going to even be able to reach? Yes. This area is just spaghetti. Which is very fun. They don't do spaghetti very often. Smart splitter. And by very often, I mean I don't generally do spaghetti. I don't like doing spaghetti that much, but yeah, this is, you're gonna clip through things if you go through? No. Excellent. Perfect. I know I was running into some issues with this, where we were backed up on copper ingots. Okay. And now we're making our next stuff for Xmas. I think we need a few hundred of those, right? Slowly make my way over. And just think, in a few short weeks, this is all just going to go away when Xmas ends. And that's okay. Ain't 100. So, we've got a lot we need still. We'll be able to put the star on the top. Beautiful. Okay, well, now we actually are done. So, I hope you have had a good day today, and I hope you have a better day tomorrow. And we'll see you in the next one. See ya.